Welcome back, people. It is episode 6 of season 4 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We are back as if we never left. This week, Colin Cowherd's an idiot. We have live sports to talk about. The Italians somehow bring in a German driver, which makes no sense. And last but not least, the Super Bowl. It's the Taxi Squad podcast.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. They talk about sports and stupid stuff. They're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back. It's the Taxi Squad. Yeah.
Vinny, how the fuck are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, dude. Super Bowl week is upon us. I've been watching all the fun things. It feels like I haven't watched real football in a long time. But it's good to see you, man. You're down in the southern area of America these days.
Yeah, I'm in the
Would you consider
Southeast
yourself a Florida man?
You know, I guess the Midwest in the boy definitely comes out when you're here. You're like, I could totally live here. But then again, it's like I don't like hurricanes. And it gets like awkwardly cold here. And it's that damp cold. Like it's very Chicago-esque how fucking cold it is here sometimes. And it cuts right through you. So, you know, I'm not upset I'm here, but the travel from the Southwest to the Southeast is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And I don't recommend it for anybody. And I was spoiled living in the Midwest because you can get anywhere direct. You can't do that. You can't do that here. So I've seen a lot of airports this week, and I'll see more tomorrow. So it's going to be great. How are you?
I'm good. Can't tell you I'm jealous. I am excited for the Florida Man podcast from Florida Hotel Room.
Yeah, you know, I'm in a fucking Hilton Garden Inn. For the record, their Wi-Fi sucks in this place, so bear with us. But yeah, you know, we're doing it, you know, doing corporate mic stuff. I got to play the game, so I play the game, and I do it well. Hey, I won.
Yeah.
A crystal dildo.
Woo! Not actually a dildo, but might as well be.
Crystal dildo.
Can you imagine getting an award from your work and it's just a dildo?
Crystal. That's how you know you're good at what you do. It's not about how much money you make. It's about the dildos you receive year
along
after
the way
year that are made of crystal.
Hopefully we can win a crystal dildo. Imagine that thing breaking.
Like inside?
Yeah, while you're using it.
What?
You ever see back in the day when all those like 2 girls, 1 cup and like 2 kids in a sandbox thing? You ever see the one guy, one jar?
No, but we grew up in a very traumatic time period of very graphic pornography.
Beginning of the internet, dude. One guy, one jar. This man sat on a jar, and it broke inside of him, and then he died from internal bleeding. So, don't do that on that thing. That's my PSA. I hope you guys were looking to get that info right off the bat on this podcast. I think we might get banned from every source.
What a way to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Jars breaking inside of people. Women shitting in cups and then eating it. I mean, I tell you. You know, a lot of people choose to shit in cups. I never decided to shit in a cup. If I would have shit in a cup, it would have been a great cup. Would have been the best cup there ever was. Would have been a great shit. I would have thought, wow, what a great shit in that cup. Wow, here's a lovely lady. Would you like to eat my shit out of a cup?
Run it, boys. That's a thing.
Run it.
Eat my shit. Speaking of one shit to another, Mike.
Yeah?
Colin Cowherd is the worst. He is, I'd like to say this, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but he is the Taxi Squad least favorite, like, mainstream sports analyst or reporter or whatever the hell you want to call him.
He's 100% a Taxi Squad villain.
He is.
I mean, we should list some villains on the pod. Colin Cowherd's one of them. You could also bring in, Zach Levine, total villain.
I'm 50-50 on that. Matt Nagy.
Well, Matt Nagy is 1,000% a villain. Ben Simmons. There's some
Jerry
Taxi Squad villains in the world.
Jerry
Reinsdorf.
Reinsdorf. He's the king villain. He's Palpatine. He's going to be 185 under that stupid little hood. He's the villain. Colin Cowherd's his little.
Something White Sox. Something Nashville Move Ballpark. Something 78th Street Ballpark.
Do it. Lot 78.
Something Michael Jordan statue.
Something. Boo a widow.
Yes. Boo the widow. Fuck the widow.
Dude,
we hate her.
I think of like Austin Powers, and then I always forget who's the freaking villain in Austin Powers.
Well, there's a couple.
Yeah, but like
Evil.
the bald man that's also played by him. Yeah. Dr. Evil. And then Colin Cowherd is the mini-me. Reinsdorf is Dr. Evil.
Reinsdorf is Dr. Evil. The mini-me is number 2, and that's Colin Cowherd.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Joy Taylor could never fit on that list because Joy Taylor's Joy Taylor. But
she is a Taxi Squad.
Queen.
We stand her. I was going to say stan, but we stand her.
What is exactly a stan? What is this Gen Z millennial language you speak of?
That's a fan, man. It's a fan.
A stan.
Yeah.
All right. No, if that's the case, then I am a Joy Taylor super stan. Just saying.
Good to know. I'm happy we cleared that up.
Well, she was on the herd. Anyways,
true.
The best part of the herd was Joy Taylor.
Yes.
And Colin Cowherd just says things because he can.
Shock value.
Yeah, he's a shock value guy. I see, reports are saying, and he says it so matter of fact without any basis of knowledge.
Yep.
To a guy at a friend's party over the weekend, very knowledgeable source. I mean, Vince, no offense, that could be my fucking mom.
Yeah.
I mean,
she knows a lot.
I love you, but I'm just saying, like, a reliable source could be my mother. She knows a lot about not a lot, but I'm just saying. I love the woman, but she could just be like, oh, fuck him. He's not going to the Bears. And you'd be like, well, the Taxi Squad has a source that Caleb Williams isn't going to the Bears.
The important part about all of this, and I agree with you, it's like everybody's got a source. We've said plenty of shit on the show that we're like, well, we heard it, and then 2 days later it gets defunct, and then we're like, hey, we fucked that up. Like, we've done that a couple times. The biggest issue with this is that, and for people that don't know too, Colin Cowherd essentially said Caleb Williams and his camp don't want to go to the Bears. That's what they said. He said that he got a call from his camp, and they said, hey, fuck you. We didn't say that. So essentially, he was reporting it as if it was fact, and it actually never happened at all. Nonetheless, that messes up leverage if that's at all, real, which it's not. He said he caught a call from the camp, and they said, whoa, Colin, we don't want to be painted as anti-Chicago, because they're not. And then he goes on Waddle and Sylvie, and you had the beautiful opportunity to listen to that, sir.
I listened to the entire interview, and Colin Cowherd was just completely reeling himself in his comments. And he went on Chicago radio and then went on his own show. It's all over the internet. So, I love Chicago. If I could live in Chicago, I would. The January to February isn't great, but I love Chicago. It's like, dude.
All right, fuck off. Leave.
You. Fuck you. I haven't seen you talk about Chicago in a decade. And the only time you do is to criticize our quarterback play, which is fine. It can be criticized. It's always been pretty bad since Jay Cutler.
Wait, squirrel moment? Today. Squirrel moment?
Yeah.
They could trade picks in the MLB now. So if he said that 1 year later from when he was completely incorrect on what they should have done, when he was like, you should trade all the picks for him, which wasn't legal. They can do that now. So maybe he was just looking too far in the future when he said that other dumb shit that he said.
Either that or Rob Manfred was like, oh, yeah, you should totally be able to trade picks now.
Yeah, Colin Cowherd's his brain source. All right, regardless, go on.
Well, I heard the interview and he backtracked all of his comments. That's not what I said. His father is just very fatherly and he doesn't want his son going into a bad situation. He's always been that way and blah, 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 blah. And it's
fucking garbage.
Dude, you're just taking this and going off of it. And Sylvie even, which I do love the Waddle and Sylvie show, longtime fan of ESPN 1000 Sports. I'm more of a Carmen and Yurko guy because they're hysterical. I will plug them any day, anytime. They're half the reason why I choose to do this week in, week out. Yep. So with that being said, they discussed it. And I give Sylvie credit. He was like, why would you say something if you didn't know exactly it was true? Why would you go on national airwaves and bring this topic up as if it's facts? And then clearly now you're backtracking. He was just like, well, it was alleged statements that I had heard. And I had a very reliable source at a friend's party. It's like, dude, we've all been fucked up at a friend's party talking shit. That doesn't make it real.
Yeah.
So, I don't care if he's an agent.
You could have reported that Max Crosby was in a trade with the Raiders for the number 1 overall pick, because I'm pretty sure we were wasted one time, and I'm like, it'd be cool if the Browns traded the first overall for Max Crosby.
Vinny Glob's had a hard-on for this trade for like 10 weeks now.
Not anymore. It's Caleb Williams season. Not anymore.
Well, it totally is Caleb Williams season. I mean, when Adam Schefter now comes out following these ridiculous statements saying like they're going to take him. And unless something happens insane overnight or they get an offer they can't refuse, they are taking Caleb Williams. It makes a lot of sense. To add insult to injury, I watched the Lincoln Riley interview on the Pat McAfee show. So I brought this whole thing in, right?
Yeah.
Basically, Lincoln Riley gave a wonderful statement about his quarterback that he's repped now for a long time. And what he said simply was, he works really hard. He's quiet. He doesn't make statements. So whatever you're hearing is smokescreens. He said these are organizations who want him, who are trying to create false narratives around his name that now give them potential leverage to move up to that pick.
Yeah. That could be absolutely true. I believe that.
No, it's 100% true. Because listen, statements don't get released in this circle unless they're meant to.
Right.
And if you look at Colin Cowherd, he's in fact a minion to any GM who will allow him into the war room at any draft.
Mini-me, if you will.
So, he is. No, to your initial point, because the Chargers had him in their draft room when they took Justin Herbert, and he went on like a whole fucking rant. I've been watching the man for years. Some of the stuff is fine. Other things are just like, God, I can't watch this fucking guy anymore. And let's face it, I wasn't necessarily watching for Colin. I was watching for Boyd Taylor and a lovely lady by the name of Kristen Leahy, who disappeared off the face of the earth.
Get it together.
I'm not going to lie, Taxi Squad Podcast loves the ladies.
True.
But
true, 100%.
With that, I look at Colin and I just go, you're a click guy now.
Yeah.
You have proven nothing more than the fact that you're a click guy.
He's bait.
And when his coach of 5 years has come out and said, that's not true. These are organizations releasing statements, and people with social platforms come out and talk to get buzz moving and speculation going. Yeah, of course you're going to do that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's Colin Cowherd. Again, he's quite literally the villain of this podcast. And he said too, he's not going to Elway himself or pull an Eli Manning, which he won't because he can't. But with the Adam Schefter thing that came out, this now puts the Bears in a great position for leverage because everybody believes they're going to take him, and that top dollar to get that. There's already reports. It's like the conversation starts with 2 first-rounders. That's the conversation starts with it. After that, it could exponentially rise if someone were to trade. Like, I'm not 100% against keeping Fields still. If we get an insane deal, like, yeah, that would be great. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like Washington wants to move up 1. They gave us 2 picks plus like Terry McLaurin for the number 1 overall pick. I probably think about taking that. But outside of that, like, Fields still might go for, like, they're saying Fields is a 2nd-round pick, maybe a 1st in a really late part of the draft. That's what you're getting for him as far as his quality is concerned.
Well,
so,
to that point, if you look at this, I believe that Caleb Williams, you need to bet the bank on. And
agreed.
If you really look at his tenure in college, he's played well against great teams, and then he's played like shit against better.
Yeah.
He has had some games where you scratch your head. Everybody's allowed a few. I mean, let's face it. Andrew Luck was arguably the greatest college quarterback prospect of the past decade. And the next one you could compare it to is Trevor Lawrence, and he has not come to the expectation that has been expected of him.
Yeah.
Now,
well, there's a chance we can see, but yet I think it's
you are what you are.
Yeah.
You are what you are now. And Justin
Fields? That's the thing. It's like if he is, then Justin Fields is the book's out on him too then.
I think the book's out on Justin because here's my issue with Justin. He holds onto the ball way too long. We've talked about this for months.
Which Caleb has a thing. Caleb does that every now and then.
Caleb plays hero ball because he had to, because he was afraid he was going to get off the field and not have a chance to get back on, considering his defense sucks.
Yeah.
So, in a way, he felt it. But if he knew he had a defense to rely on, he'd take that sack. He'd throw that football away. He would do things, in my eyes, that would benefit him. Now, a lot of the times the guy makes magic. Like, the arm talent is truly out of bounds.
Undeniable.
So he is a far better talented thrower of the football than a Justin Fields. Not saying Justin Fields isn't good, but I just think your ceiling with Justin Fields is that of Lamar Jackson, and that's proven that he cannot do a Super Bowl.
Jackson. Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's better than he is at this stage of the game. Could somebody get their hands around him and turn him into that? Maybe.
Aren't they like the same age?
No, Justin's a couple years younger than him.
I just know Lamar Jackson came out at a really, really early age.
Well, Google it.
Yeah, 3 years.
We're going to find out right now. Bear with us.
3 years, 24 and 27, 3 years. Mike, did you see Drake? Do you see Drake's penis?
Wait, what?
Did you see any of this? That was another squirrel moment. You see Drake's penis?
Oh, yeah. Strange and unusual. Drake's dick.
Yeah. Drake's penis was on the internet.
He just pulled it out.
It was weird.
Pulled out his bedanger.
Absolute hog. Good for the guy, you know? But like,
I mean, hey, yeah, he's got a pipe, you know?
I just woke up ready to go to work and I look at my Twitter and I'm like, whoa! Jump scare, Drake's whole penis.
Well, it looked as if he was like being videoed.
Well, right, like he set it up and then it was like you could see his gooch. And then he was like, I'm getting there. And I'm like, God. Like, again, I usually wake up.
Well, wasn't this some woman that was like allegedly with him and she then decided she was going to out him? But like this doesn't hurt
What does that
him
out
in any
him?
way.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, look
like,
at Drake's
I got a
massive
pipe.
piece. Look at the huge piece on him. I got him out. It's like, no,
'Cause
now everybody knows that.
like he's gonna get on a rap soon. He's be like, my dick fell on the internet. Little did you know it falls into the wet.
He can get on a knee. He can get on a knee and act like a tripod. It's an absolute fucking mess. I can't believe he's just so.
You know, it's like some days like why you know, God, I know you've blessed me with a lot, but that's just one thing that I'm just like, yeah, all right.
Well, yeah, I mean that guy's got it all. So good for Drake. That was another squirrel moment. I'm on one today, but.
Well, I mean, no, it's strange and unusual. We're on the topic. We're talking about Colin Cowherd. Vince brings up Drake's dick. You know, I mean, so hey, Drake's got a hog.
Now the confidence makes a bunch of sense. That's why we're so confident, because we both have absolute knee scratchers on these guys. So
completely.
That's what it is.
Completely.
Now,
complete.
I think.
Watch out for that Taxi Squad only fans.
You trying to see my toes, motherfucker? I think that is about it on the Caleb Williams thing. We have a lot of this conversation to come before April actually comes up. Any closing statements on Caleb Williams, Mike?
He is the Bears quarterback of the future.
Yep.
He is going to ultimately take this team from one level to the next.
We're going to take the North and we're never giving it back.
I hope so. I hope he's the piece that makes it, because the only thing I will finish on is this. Ryan Poles wants his quarterback to hang his hat on.
Yep.
And he's got it proven that it's not him, and he's going to go, okay, I'm going to go get my guy.
Yep. And they're supposedly looking for offensive linemen, good. They're in the defensive end market, which could bring us some good stuff.
Well, to your point, if Justin Fields can net you a first-round pick, which Adam Schefter said is possible.
Second for sure, first maybe.
First maybe, second for sure. Fine. Let's say you trade with the Steelers, because you love to trade with the Steelers. Get them out of the division, get them out of it all. Just we'll see you have once every 5 years. Fine.
Yep.
You get them out. They give you their first-round pick, which is right at 20.
Yeah.
So now you have 3 first-round picks.
Not too bad.
I mean, you could leverage that whole thing if you do that right.
I hope they do it.
Sick.
I hope they
We'll
do
see.
it. That's
the lights are going to get brighter as we get closer to April.
Yep.
Month of March is coming soon. This is the fastest month of the year because there's only 29 days.
And football ain't over. When football ends, that's when that conversation starts. Now,
we'll get to it. Let's talk about other sports.
We're talking about other sports, and I wanted to give a quick caveat. If you listen to this show a lot, we usually go sport by sport by sport by sport, which is what we usually do. But it's goddamn Super Bowl weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on in Las Vegas right now with the Super Bowl, so that's going to be the majority of the show, yes. But there are a few things to look at beforehand. First of which, Mike, amongst other things, Nick Saban joins ESPN College Game Day as an analyst.
I'm so surprised. No way.
I think
no way.
I think,
You've been on the Pat McAfee show for the past how long?
Yeah.
Talking shit, doing your thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Follow up. If Saban goes to ESPN, is Belichick going to Fox? You get Tom Brady. You get Rob Gronkowski. You get Julian Edelman.
Tom Brady and Julian Edelman and Rob Gronkowski.
And Bill Belichick. And
Bill, I don't think would be a great TV personality.
I think, okay. NFL 100. I think we might have talked about this before. NFL 100, he was a guest host. Vince. And I know, but he wasn't in coach talk. He was in football guy talk. And he was good. I mean, he was with Rich Eisen. He's not going to be a host. He's going to be an analyst, or he's going to be like one of the side guys. Like, he will essentially do the same job as a Terry Bradshaw, but instead of saying random lewd shit, he would actually break down the game a little bit, which could be good.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
What is he going to do? Go teach lacrosse?
No, he's going to take a year off. Go
coach lacrosse.
Bang whores.
Oh, yeah, good point. Didn't think about that.
He could do that. He could live in Florida or live whatever he wants. He could bang whores. You can do a lot, you know?
The way you say that. The way you say
well, you could just you know what I love doing? Banging whores.
Banging whores. He can sign up for a golf league. He can do bingo. He can hang out. He can hang out with some people. He could bang whores.
He could do some things that he's wanted, because he did break up with his girlfriend of many years ago. Like, could you imagine?
Is he too old to have a girlfriend? Can you call it girlfriend if you're that old?
Robert De Niro's having kids at 90.
I know, but is that his girlfriend?
Could we just stop and pause and think about Bill Belichick talking dirty? How fucking
he's like, listen, so we got our hot route on the outside, so I'm gonna start over there at the top hole, and then once you jam it on in the middle,
we're on to the butthole.
Yeah. So imagine the left leg is like the left guard, and then the right leg is like the right guard. You're gonna run it right through the middle and
see this
touchdown. Hey, we run the ball here. We're all about fundamentals. He's not doing anything crazy. He's just getting the ball past the line, man. It is what it is. It doesn't matter what tools you have as long as you coach them up right.
Yeah, well, just no, it would be even better to get a post-sex interview with Bill Belichick. It'd just be like, just came a little too fast there, and it's got to be better next time.
It's like you can't blow your load in the first half. There's a whole other half of football. It's true. Some people are saying
it is. It's very true, but it would be great. I'll put my thumb up there would be a play. Got some dirt on my thumb. So
got some dirt. That is all right.
We're just gonna go back to the drawing board on this one and come back better.
Okay. Okay. Moving on.
Some of these days, man, I tell you, we get some good ones moving. We get some good ones.
The 2026 World Cup is going to take place. The final is going to take place at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium. The initial outcry from this is MetLife Stadium has taken more ankles than Kyrie Irving. Supposedly, they're requesting that they put grass in MetLife Stadium, which they will do. First off, this is insane that they're having a worldwide soccer tournament in New Jersey. And second off, why is this the reason they're putting grass in there after they know it's just taken the lives of football players for years at this point?
Because of the fucking British, bruv.
Yeah.
In the past, when the British came in this part of town, we ran them out of town.
True.
This thing called the Tea Party.
Muskets.
Now we're aiding to the Tea Party.
Yep.
Muskets.
Well, Tea Party didn't happen in New Jersey, though.
No, it happened in Boston. It's the Northeast. It's close enough. Fuck off. Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
No, we're doing it for the Brits. And, it's fascinating. Just like how in the city of San Francisco, they got rid of the homeless. They cleaned up the streets overnight when Xi Jinping was coming into town. And that's not an iPhone app. That's the fucking president of China. And it is.
I know, it's just you had that shit locked and loaded like a pistol. You're like, that's not an iPhone app.
It's true. It's not an iPhone app. He's the president of China.
Yeah.
And came into town. It was clean. After he left town, the drugs and the homeless all back on the street. So it's the same principle.
Okay.
If they really want to do something, hey, Many NFL players have torn their ACL, broken ankles, all the good shit at this field in particular. You should probably pay attention to the surface on the field. They're fine. All right. World Cup. Put grass on that fucking field.
Hey,
why? The
Brazil's playing there.
that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I know. Why protect Americans when you can protect other people? Because it's not like America's going to be playing this game. I want to make that abundantly clear. The U.S. will not be playing in the World Cup final in New Jersey. There's no – unless Christian Pulisic is able to clone himself fucking 10 times, no way they're playing in this game. So
I don't even know who that is. That could very well be.
You don't know who Christian Pulisic – you don't know who Christian Pulisic is? Pulisic, whatever.
I don't pay
He's the best American soccer player maybe ever.
The closest thing I've gotten to watching soccer over the past decade has been the rugby fucking documentary on Netflix called Six Nations, and it's all these fucking Scots and fucking Irish, and the only thing they do is speak in hieroglyphics, and I need to put on the fucking closed captioning.
Gaelic?
They're speaking English, but
they have a brogue.
They're not speaking English.
Yeah.
Oh, the brogue is heavy.
I think I'd be able to figure it out because of my grandpa. I think I'd be able to figure it out.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you haven't got a chance to watch it, you should. It's kind of electric. It's the same producers that did Drive to Survive for F1. So it's that model, and it's really well done, and it's well produced, and it's interesting. So I got the opportunity to watch it because I was home alone over last weekend, and I had a good time. And I was like, well, I'm going to watch this. And it just got to a point where I was like, rugby is pretty aggressive, and I dig it. But then
it's
again,
supposedly more dangerous than the NFL, supposedly.
But truly, Vince and I could totally play professional rugby. Like we could, like literally, it's believable.
Nope.
Yeah, we could totally do it.
No shot. We'd both get injured in the second play.
Do you have hair on your plums? I can make it through a half.
Starting? What position would you play?
I have no idea the position.
Okay, so no, you can't.
Whatever we'd have to guys play.
We'd have to train for a really long time to play professional rugby. You don't even know the positions.
It's close to football. Just give me the ball in my hand.
Oh, shut the fuck up. This is like the hitting a baseball from a professional pitcher thing all over again.
Totally do it.
No, you can't. No, you can't, dude.
Give me 10 at bats. I'll make contact once.
No shots. No shots.
Total shot. Total shot.
Speaking of baseball,
you can guess once. Yeah. What about baseball?
Vlad Jr. wins $19.9 million in arbitration with the Blue Jays.
Wow.
I feel like arbitration is becoming the most lucrative option for players at this point.
I just want to go on arbitration because I can.
I'm with you. I would like to. Granted, we're not Vlad Jr., and it does depend on what you've been doing the last couple of years before you get that amount of money. This is obviously a flawed system. Arbitration's freaking stupid. Having to play a specific amount of MLB games to be being pushed back and forth from AAA, fucking stupid. They should figure this out. But the fact that you can make $20 million now on arbitration is good. And contracts in the MLB are stupid. I think it's it's the most convoluted, dumbass way to do payment I've ever seen.
Well, there's no cap, and
no cap. Facts.
That can mean two things. What's up, bruh? But anyways, there is truly no cap, and they can just give money away, basically. But I mean, he's coming back to the Blue Jays. There's no doubt about it. Vince and I won money. Vince and I won money on Vladdy Jr. hitting a fucking dinger out of Fenway.
And young Witt.
Good old Witt. Shout out to young Witt, former KC Royal star.
So good for
Twinkle,
Vlad Jr.
twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
Now, next year, that's a whole different conversation because he's free and open to the market, and we'll see who pays him. Finally, I sent you this stat.
Vlad?
Yeah. Yep. You get 1 year of ARB, so he's back at it.
He could totally play for the Red Sox. I could see that being.
Yeah. Or Anaheim, baby. Go back to your home. Go back to where your dad played. All right.
I would much rather play in Boston, especially if I'm him, because he rakes in Boston.
Yeah.
Short porch in left field, just it fucking bombs.
Bombs. Right field.
Every night. Just
Boston has the
left
highest left field of all time.
But, dude, it's like 315 feet to left field.
It's also 315 feet high. Hey, he can do it. He can do it.
I'm sorry. You hit a baseball that hard, it's going somewhere, you know?
I think you're right.
Just saying.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Almost like
all right. I sent you this stat earlier because I thought it was fucking insane. Scotty Scheffler has been number one in golf for a very long time. He's been it for exactly 73 weeks straight, which is insane, right? Yeah. All he needs to do to hold number one is hold it until October 21st, 2035 to catch Tiger Woods' record. So I'm telling you, 73 weeks straight, so well over a year now, he needs to hold that for another 11 years straight to beat Tiger Woods' record. To put things into perspective, and this is the thing, too, it's like we were young at the time when Tiger Woods was really killing it, but we knew he was amazing, obviously.
Right.
We're looking at 13 years of number one golf consistently for him to beat Tiger Woods' record. That's an obscene amount of time.
It is. It really is a lot of time.
Like, dude, 13 years ago, what was I? 15? I was going into high school 13 years ago. That's how long you could go through college and be it's insane.
I was
2011.
13 years. I was 19.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vince.
13?
Are you 19.
Are you 32?
Yeah, I'm 32.
Ah.
It'll be 33 in fucking August.
Oh, that's a handsome old man. I'm 28 and I'm feeling it, baby. Yeah.
Just saying. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, Scotty Scheffler, absolute dog in the golf game. By the way, it's the Waste Management Open over the weekend.
Yep.
I am upset I can't go. I got offered to go today by a client, and he was like, hey, I got tickets. You want to go? I'm in Florida. I don't get back into town until 10-ish. I am pissed.
Yeah.
It's going to be a corporate event. I was going to go drink for free, do the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, what are you going to do?
It is what it is. When we don't have to work anymore and we are just free, we can do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The alcohol doesn't kill me by that point. I'm in.
When we get more of the Taxi Squad faithful, we will be shooting everything from the Waste Management Open because that's the place to be, young man.
Oh, yeah. Give us 12 months. Yeah.
Yeah. And tell your goddamn friends, please. I love you.
You know it. Tell your siblings, tell your friends, subscribe on all platforms. Just a little sprinkle in there if you're this far into the facts. Now, Vince, there's some speculation going on right now in cranes, which is quite the business rag, especially in the city of Chicago.
Yep.
Crane Chicago, if you don't know, is a great journalistic prowess of business.
Yep.
And it is based out of the city of Chicago. There was an article recently based out of Cranes talking about the Chicago Bears owning land in the city of Arlington Heights. They tore down the Arlington racetrack in order to build a multi-billion-dollar advanced state-of-the-art stadium in order to house the Bears with entertainment districts, parking, tailgating,
hotels, maybe casino.
Hotels, casinos, the whole shot, a train that literally flows in and out of your front doorstep. Well, if I told you there was a world where the Bears were like, yeah, fuck all that, would you believe me?
I would, because I saw this story. But if I didn't, I would also believe you because they stall, motherfucker. They stall.
So with all that being said, now it is being discussed that regardless of them purchasing this land, which they spent a fucking ransom for, they are going to choose to build in the city of Chicago. Crane said, do not be surprised if a decision is made sooner rather than later, and they are going to take property off of the lakefront near McCormick Place in a housing situation or a portion of McCormick Place that's no longer being used to build a state-of-the-art dome facility. They would essentially tear down Soldier Field since it's lost its landmark status many moons ago after they built a fucking spaceship on top of it, and then turn it into athletic parks, so on and so forth, since it is, in fact, owned by the Park District of Chicago. I'm just like, what the fuck right now?
Personally, just do something. Please. Just make the stadium bigger. I'm cool with Arlington Heights. I'm also cool with it staying in the city because it's a Chicago team playing in Chicago. That's fine with me. Just don't stick with fucking Soldier Field. What are we doing? It's the smallest one in the entire NFL. It's obscene. Is it the best place to have a stadium? No. Can they improve the infrastructure to make it a better place to have a stadium? Yes. Can they also add businesses to the area?
Down, Vince. They would tear it down.
What? Tear down Soldier Field?
Yeah.
Good. Do that.
Well, I'm just saying that's the plan. You know, I just have a very difficult time understanding why you spent all this money on the land.
Bargaining.
And tore down a wonderful property that held Breeders' Cups. And
I agree.
The whole shot that it had, and I understand that. I feel like the state of Illinois wants to get rid of horse gambling entirely for some odd reason. Don't understand. Over the past 20 years, they got rid of all of them, basically.
They still got off-track betting, and they still have Hawthorne. So
you can OTB it. You got Hawthorne. I get it. They want Rivers came in, and I understand that, you know, Churchill Downs is a part of the buyers group for Arlington Heights. So I don't fully get why you wouldn't utilize that land still. I guess there's a lot of issues going on with the taxes that are being evaluated for the property.
That's why they're not building there. And that's the thing. They were talking about going to Naperville, too. It's like, this could very well be a bargaining chip. If they own the land and then leave it open, that looks like a big shit stain.
If you're the city of Arlington Heights, you are truly idiotic if you just don't go, do what you want. We'll forgive whatever tax burden you have, because the money you will receive. And you know what it is? It's these fucking local, just diplomatic idiots that somehow become in a position of power, and either they're former businessmen or retired or whatever it is, and it's just like they're in some position of power, and they're like the fucking Karens of the HOA board. They have some resemblance of power on a local level, and they're like, well, we don't want that in our town. It's like, fuck you. Yeah, chances are you'd have to rebuild 53. Chances are you'd have to widen Route 14. But the cost of what you're losing is so great.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look, if they do nothing with the property and they just have that, and it's just a demolished field and just shit everywhere, just leave it there. Now Arlington Heights is just a big field full of shit, or just a completely leveled out field. That's what you get instead at this point, because it's already gone. So, like, what is the?
What are you gonna?
So what they were doing was
315 acres. It's a monster.
What they were doing was, they already began tearing everything down. Let's hit them with a insane tax hike, and then the Bears are like, fuck off. So then they were like, going to Naperville. They were talking about going to Naperville. They were talking about staying in Chicago. Really, whatever's the most cost benefit to them, they're going to build there, which is why I still think they're probably going to build in Arlington Heights, because eventually they're going to be like, oh, we are literally about to lose them, which is why these things come out. Like, I do think they're probably still going to build in Arlington Heights, but if they don't, stay in the city. Stay in the city and do it and make an actual good stadium out of it. I love that. Do it. There's no reason to have two stadiums. Tear down Soldier Field. Make a better stadium. Whatever you do, just figure out what the fuck you're doing, because they need a new stadium. We have like the third biggest fan base in the NFL and the smallest fucking stadium. Also, MetLife is tiny too. I learned that the other day. Like, it's the two of the biggest markets in the NFL are super small. Like, what's the point of doing that?
It's all the bureaucrats and
Yeah.
diplomats and
Fuck off.
the
This is
idiotic
sports,
people.
baby. It's supposed to be fun. Jesus.
Well, somebody needs to pay off an alderman somewhere, and I don't know if there's an alderman in Arlington Heights, but somebody needs some money under the table because
It's not
Chicago,
windy
come
enough
on.
anymore, man. It's not windy enough out here. That's what I'm saying. Money talks, baby.
Greasy baby. Now,
how you
if you
doing?
want to talk about saving money, you want to talk about shaving your fotch,
Yeah.
and the cost of doing business week after week, month after month, then you would be quite bear-like if you decided not to shave your face with a shave.
This part of today's episode is brought to you by none other than our friends at Henson Shaving. If you guys have been listening to the show for a while, you already know that we swear by Henson Shaving. We've been using them for months, and there really isn't a better product out there. The Henson razor puts an end to shaving irritation and cuts while also making your skin feel comfortable and smooth. This razor is made by using CNC machines to aerospace standards. That's right. Rocket ships, people. That means it's made to very tight tolerances, meaning that the combination of how securely it's held and how minimally the blade is exposed delivers a smooth and safe shave no other razor can offer. It's literally one blade. Be safe. Please be safe. They're very sharp. You twist on the top and you get to work. It's that easy. You remember the beard bet? You remember me shaving off the whole thing. If you need to watch somebody use it, go on my Instagram and check it out because it's really that easy. Cost ownership averages $88.20 every 2 years, which is essentially $177 less than normal cartridge razors. They're sustainable. It's precise. It's Henson Shaving. It's got a nice weight to it. It's made out of metal. None of this plastic garbage. So please use the promo code THETAXISQUAD, THETAXI. SQUAD at checkout, and you'll receive a 100-pack of blades free with the purchase of the razor. So you go on the site, you add the razor that you're looking for, and then you add a 100-pack of razors, you'll get those for free. For most users, this amount of blades will last you 2 to 5 years depending on how often you shave. So that promo code again is the Taxi Squad at HensonShaving.com. Go check it out. Super Bowl 58? 58? Is that this year?
Yeah. 58.
Super Bowl 58 is here, dude. Dude, it's Super Bowl weekend. It's a great weekend.
All right. All right. Yeah, no, Super Bowl 58, we're really jacked. It's going to be the Chiefs and the fucking 49ers.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
We've been paying attention all year. We don't know who's in the Super Bowl. Those are the teams. A couple things before we get real into this Super Bowl.
Yeah, let's talk about the Pro Bowl games. The Pro Bowl games. Mike, did you catch any of the Pro Bowl games? Yeah, I was really hungover on that Sunday, and I just decided to sit on my couch with a blankie. There's something about, can I just talk about this for like 2 seconds? There's something about being hungover on your couch with a blanket. And I don't, like, there's no real way to put it into words.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
But it's not like it's not like a good feeling because you're hungover. So
no, because you're hungover, your heartbeat is like in your lower back for some reason, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
But you have a blankie on. And that's nice. And you got pillows, and then you got the TV, and then you're hydrating.
Do you think it's because it makes you feel like a tiny little baby boy?
You know, as my friend Tony would say, you know Mike's hungover when he has a blankie on.
Oh, that's cute.
That's the level. Cute. That's the level your friendship comes to if you know someone that well.
Yep.
He's like, you know he's hungover if there's a blankie on.
He's just a cute guy trying his best to figure it out.
just a cuter with a fucking blankie, you know? But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Flag football? You watch that one?
I tried, man. I think it's the lamest shit ever.
Yeah.
Just play softball at this point. Just play. You know what they should do? They should all get fucking blasted off of their choice of whatever it is. So call it
Tequila,
alcohol,
whiskey, smoke some
whatever
weed.
your thing is, or maybe both. Maybe
Ayahuasca?
you get an advantage. I'm not saying go that crazy, but maybe you
Is
get
Aaron
an
Rodgers there?
advantage if you're that. He would totally do it.
Vaccines?
But maybe
If Kelsey was there.
PSYOP. PSYOP. Can we
That's all I'm
talk
saying.
about how many news outlets said Taylor Swift is not a PSYOP in the past 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's because everybody's been saying she's a psyop. Okay. I don't know if she is or isn't, but Taylor Swift, that's
right.
for later on. Pro Bowl games.
Can we talk? Okay, Squirrel.
Okay.
Since we're on music, all of
Yeah.
a sudden, can we talk
Uh-huh.
about Dua Lipa at the Grammys?
Oh, amazing. Okay. This is actually a good point.
Weird thing. Yeah.
You and I included.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about Dua Lipa that gets all of those Midwestern normal white boys all sorts of freaked out? Like,
Rick.
I saw her
Rick.
at Lollapalooza. I was like, oh my God. And I was with
One
my
kiss
buddy
is all
Maj.
it takes.
We were both like, oh my God. And he was like, I'm married, but I'm in love. Like,
Dude, yeah.
something about her. It's not like she's like
1975.
She has a very unique look, obviously, but it's not like she's like the best thing since sliced bread. If you were to look at it from an objective point of view, but for some reason, everybody's just in love with her, and I myself included. Every time I see a picture of her, I'm like, I would just marry her immediately.
Yeah,
and everybody I know feels the same way.
There was no thought process of pulling out. Zero.
Well, yeah, but like, yeah, that's essentially what I like.
It's in.
For some reason, it's everybody. And I don't know what it is, and I agree with everybody as well. But Dua Lipa has some sort of spell going on, and I am not looking to get taken out of that spell anytime
Have you ever heard her, like, say words?
Yes, I saw her live. I've also watched her. She did, what was it, Answer
British
the Internet
accent,
or something
but
like
she's
that?
not necessarily British.
She's Albanian, I think.
Ugh, fuck.
Yeah, all about Dua Lipa.
Just whatever. Just
Pro Bowl games. All right, so
that's great.
They did multiple days. I will
Numerous
say the things,
days, great days. God.
I will say so if you go to the NFL YouTube, you can watch all of the individual competitions. So that's what I did. I watched all the YouTube videos, which I think made it a little more feasible than having to watch commercials and shit, because I didn't want to do that at all. I watched all of them together in order. I was just chilling. I was like, I'm just going to watch all of these. Some things I like, some things I didn't. QB skills competition is here. QB skills competition, I like a lot. I love that because it shows you didn't. Okay. Why didn't you like that?
Because Dan Orlovsky is like acing fucking full-blown NFL players, and that bothers me.
Okay. But like, I mean, maybe the thing is it's not like NFL
I feel like
skill.
I feel like I'm a very dumbed-down version of Sebastian Maniscalco right now. Dan Orlovsky threw the football better than Jalen Hurts. I'm upset. Like that. That's like. There you go.
Okay, but I mean, it's an accuracy thing. And
Dan Orlovsky, he ran out of the back of the end zone. I mean,
hey, so did Gardner Minshew, and he was also on that. So two's company. I liked it personally. It's an accuracy challenge, and the thing is that I think this is more geared towards kids. Obviously, this isn't being sold.
Did I just bring out the Chicago and the boy immediately right there?
A little bit.
It's an accuracy challenge.
A little bit.
And,
it's an accuracy challenge.
Not bad.
Bro, you can't take Chicago out of the boy, even if I'm in a different place.
It's an accuracy challenge.
All right.
And,
hey, you want to know where Maniscalco's from?
Others.
Maniscalco's from Arlington Heights, the new home.
Yeah, I know. We're close enough. Don't worry about it. Continue.
So that was fun. I like the skills competition personally. A couple other ones. They did the thing with the linemen and the DNs where they rip all the weights off and then pull it across. That's just man shit. I love the man shit.
Good
that
things.
shit rocked.
All right.
They did golf, whatever. NFL players during their career, most of them can't golf.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Tug of war, whatever. It's all right. Best catch, stupid. Best catch, they did videos this year where it was like, take a video of what you could do. David Njoku didn't even catch the ball. He didn't even qualify it. He was the other guy doing it. That was garbage. Who did it for the NFC side? I forgot. No, Puka Nakua. He was on a wakeboard. That was kind of fun. Whatever.
What a, can we just talk about the kind individual that is Puka Nakua?
Yeah, he's the man.
He is such a kind young man. Like, he seems like if you saw him on the street, he would just be like, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Like, he's the type of guy I just want to be like, hey, man, how are you? He's like, oh, man, I'm great. I'm just grateful for my opportunity.
Is he Hawaiian?
He's some sort of
Samoan.
pan
Island type deal.
island guy. He's a Pomeranian of some sort. You ever figured it out?
Dog now?
He's a Pomeranian.
The flag football is interesting because this will be implemented into the Olympics. I don't know if you knew this.
We're gonna fuck shit up in the Olympics.
They're putting flag football. That's what I'm saying, and it actually takes a different level of skill because you're obviously not running guys over. So, dudes like Tyreek Hill, quick twitch, can run around and not get caught. That's your atypical flag football player, more than anything.
It's gonna be a bunch of high school kids. I mean, let's face it.
That's what it. I mean, it's probably going to be like Olympics baseball where, season's going on, so they just throw a bunch of, prospects up there. I didn't care for the flag football. Whatever.
It's
take
so
it or leave
dumb.
it, whatever.
It's just like I said, they should get fucked up and play a softball game like most adult Americans do on their free time.
True.
One thing I will say. Who play the sport of baseball, and then there's always like 2 or 3 guys who played baseball.
Yeah.
And then they take it way too seriously.
You throw A.J. Brown up there, and he's just hitting dongers. Hey, Jameis Winston, get him in the Pro Bowl. Have him go play softball.
Have Jameis Winston out there eating W's.
I love Jameis Winston. One thing I will say that I didn't expect to like, and I did a lot, is they did a dodgeball tournament. And something about NFL players playing dodgeball is hilarious. Because it was like both sides, defense versus defense, offense versus offense, whatever. That I don't know why, but I was just like, you could see some guys that have good arms, not just huge penises. Good arms.
Is this Drake hammers or like good arms?
No,
okay.
No. Back to the point.
No, terrible point.
CeeDee Lamb is a monster at dodgeball. Who would have thought?
Dude, CeeDee Lamb's just an epic athlete.
So it's fun to watch that. It's not. I prefer it this way because they're not pseudo acting like it's a real football game.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was. So this is probably better. Is it pointless? Yes. Do Pro Bowls matter? Not at all. Literally 0%. It shouldn't matter for going into the Hall of Fame, and it already doesn't. Pro Bowls are stupid, but this is at least kind of fun. It's not for you.
Let's talk
about
the Super
marketed
Bowl.
to you.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
No, we got a couple more things. Jesse Minter.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesse Minter, DC at the Chargers.
Oh, we totally knew that was going to happen.
Harbaugh pulls his man from Michigan.
He was going to take a majority of his staff.
Yeah.
And, Greg Roman is his guy.
Yeah.
Greg Roman was with him in San Francisco. Jim has his thought process. Chances are he'll be calling the offense. Jesse Minter was his guy at Michigan. So they're going to run a similar scheme. Jim is all bricked up over Derwin James and over Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah. He's jacked about Herbert, dude. Mm-hmm. Bless you.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're getting close to the Super Bowl stuff here. Eric Bieniemy made a visit to the Chiefs after being let go by the Washington Commanders.
He's going back.
Paid a visit to the Chiefs before AFC Championship game against the Ravens. Sat in on meetings, talked with various players, including Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes saying, love seeing EB in the locker room, love seeing him in the facility. How does he go back? Where does he coach?
Well, I feel like he who should not be named is going to go get a different job. Hear me out.
Okay.
Prove that he can win somewhere else with someone else.
Okay. A head coaching job?
No. Here's my one thing. Matt Nagy would be a tremendous college football coach.
I think he would too.
He would kill at the college level.
Yeah.
And if Matt Nagy decided, you know what, fuck the pro game, I'll go coach at Kentucky. I'll go coach at Louisville. I'll go somewhere where he can get his legs. Dude, that guy would be a recruiting dream.
Yeah. He says
if
everything
he had a pocketbook, he would be awesome at that level.
Yeah.
So maybe he jumps to college. I don't know. But Bieniemy, I just think it might just be him going to check in on his guys. I just think that might be it.
I think so too. Because
he did not get one interview with a major team or a major franchise.
I don't understand. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And it does after that year with Washington because it was abysmal. But I also think that Washington was a fucking brutal place to be this year.
He made Sam Howell look good
for the first half of the year. But then the team got sold and everything's in a shitstorm in Washington right now.
Well,
you can't expect him to coach well.
To your point, I feel as if that Bieniemy's a really good coach, but he's old school.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily translate with the NFL today. So if you're old school, if you're that guy.
I mean, he's 54. He shouldn't be old school right now.
You could get blacklisted. And I think he's blacklisted. And I think he just wanted to go see his guys. And here we are.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna land somewhere. And I honestly do think that he's gonna be a useful piece of a team. But, what is he going to be the quarterback's coach and Matt Nagy's going to be the OC and they're just going to keep swapping back and forth?
Maybe. Get paid, live in a town you're familiar in. I mean,
it's just, and I wouldn't blame him. I'd take that job in a heartbeat, obviously. It's just, it's weird. The whole thing is very weird to me. I just want to see him get an opportunity so he can fail or he can succeed or whatever he's going to do, just so I know what the hell's going on. Because I feel like he's still a good coach, but also Andy Reid is the brain trust of that whole offense. So,
oh yeah,
what's he doing? Anything? I don't know. I mean, Matt Nagy is in the Super Bowl right now, so fuck that. All right. Did you watch any of the opening week, first day things for the Super Bowl?
A lot of talk about Caleb Williams, surprisingly, at a Super Bowl press conference.
Yeah. Well, you start getting the draft and you start getting.
They asked Patrick Mahomes about Caleb, about Justin Fields. Chicago media is there, and they're just like, so you think Caleb is everything he's made out to be? And Patrick's just like, well, I don't know.
Let me tell you something about Caleb Williams.
Cliff Kingsbury's a great coach.
I'm just thankful you didn't ask me about Taylor Swift.
All right, Vince's impression may be better than mine. That's awesome.
He's got to talk like this the whole time.
Okay. So, for people that don't know, basically every NFL team sends reporters, people, to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they'll interview people about specific pieces about their team or the teams in the Super Bowl, whatever. Matt Nagy also talked about Justin Fields. And hearing him talk about the Bears was very weird. I feel like I was back into some weird dream that I don't remember.
I don't want to be in that dream.
Yeah, but either way, he says he thinks Justin Fields is pretty good, but also, the opportunity is there to get somebody else, which is essentially what Matt Nagy always says. Fucking nothing at all. Just zero. Didn't tell us shit. Nothing to it at all. Just 0% anything. So that's Matt Nagy, baby.
Nagy's going to get an opportunity next year if he duplicates his success year over year to get another job.
He could.
Oh, he totally could. There's guys who just skip the whole college game and just stay in the NFL forever.
Yeah. I
They'll
think
get
you're
an
right, though.
opportunity somewhere else.
Well, here's the argument, and I think this is what most people are making arguments about now, too, is that the college game has changed a bit, obviously with NIL. It's a 365 job. Like, if you're not coaching, you're scouting, or you're going out and actually recruiting people to come to the school. A lot of NFL coaches talk about that as a major disadvantage to go into college, and a lot of them avoid that because they're like, I just want to coach. Nagy is a lip service king. He would probably be good there, but I think that could be the differentiating factor, making him go there versus staying in the NFL. I wouldn't want to be a college football coach, if I'm being honest.
Not in today's world. I think it's a lot more. I mean, you look at like Harbaugh leaving, and a lot of guys going
retiring.
With him. I mean, he just bowed out graceful, won his national championship, decided he's like, I'm in, I'm out, done.
Yeah, so I wouldn't blame him.
You know, with all that being said, though, I do believe that Nagy will get a job somewhere in the next 2 years. There's no doubt about it. The enemy, I think he's blacklisted. Somebody's got some dirt on him somewhere about fucking a midget or something. I don't know. You know.
Hey, man, love is love, brother. It is what it is.
But somebody's got dirt on him somewhere where he can't get a job.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, and it seems like it's a little unfair.
You thought that Washington was just going to be like, all right, here's the keys to the car.
Right. But they gave it to fucking Dan Quinn?
I like Dan Quinn.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I guess he took a team to the Super Bowl. The worst loss in the Super Bowl maybe ever, but like.
Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, you got a really good offensive mind. Drake May, I think, is going to be good at the next level. It just depends on who you get to coach.
Do you want to know who's better than Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, and Drake May?
Who?
Dan Quinn, Kyle Shanahan, and Matt Ryan. And that didn't get him over the hedge. It's like, this is a... I don't know, man. I like Dan Quinn. He's a good DC, but I don't know.
In the NFL, if you get to the dance, you'll stick around for a while.
I know. It was just the fact that was the case, and I think it's obviously Ben Johnson was the deciphering factor there. That ended up happening. I don't know if that's the best hire for them, but again, new ownership, seasoned coach, been there before. Maybe that's a match made in heaven. All right, we have the Super Bowl to talk about. Do you want to hop in there? So, first off, the most important storyline of the Super Bowl, everybody's talking about it.
Oh, boy.
Taylor Swift is going to fly from Tokyo to Las Vegas and arrive there at noon to go watch the game. Are you jacked for that, Mike?
If I never see her face near a football stadium ever, I'll be the happiest human that ever lived.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I wanted Lamar and Co to win this fucking game so bad.
Yep.
So I want that one so bad.
So bad.
I'll eat her whole fucking head. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I am not happy.
I mean,
because the game. No, I'm going to go on a tangent.
Okay.
Tony Romo and Jim Nantz are announcing the game. It's on CBS. It's not like you get fucking Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, which is a far better cry than these two assholes.
Hell yeah. Mikey Joe Jim. Buck fan. Let's go. Here we go, Jim.
Really not, Let me tell you, better than Tony Romo.
I know.
Tony Romo now defers to AJ Feely on onside kick talk, which is fucking ridiculous. And then, with all that, okay, we're going to have Taylor Swift and Jim Nantz is like half the game and just be like, oh, there's Taylor
half the game, my ass. He's not going to do that half the game.
And I know there's a lot of records out there. She's only on the screen for 25 seconds. Listen, I know Jack Antonoff produces her very, very well, as he produces many other artists.
He's a boss,
He's great. He wins Grammys. It's awesome.
Yep.
So I don't think we could give. She's brilliant. Don't get me wrong. She knows.
Want to know who else wins Grammys?
Who?
Taylor Swift. Let's go. I'm just kidding. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan.
Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the conspiratorial allegations on Killer Mike winning the entire hip hop genre of Grammys?
Yeah.
Right.
What
Let him know, Mike.
It's good. Did you listen to that album?
Killer Mike is fucking amazing.
That album,
Anyways,
I mean, Run the Jewels is the shit. I love Run the Jewels.
That's Run the Jewels, but this is, I mean, this
right.
is
But
this is
Killer Mike's album, his last album that he won all this shit on, was a masterpiece.
Yes, it was. I mean,
so good.
Killer Mike has been producing acts like Outkast, Pusha T.
Yeah.
Many great hip hop artists for a long time. Killer Mike is behind a lot of the production. I mean, if you can get Zach De La Rocha on a rap track in the modern age of hip hop, then you're doing something right. But
he
I digress.
He got arrested though, and I would like to say
he got arrested over.
It was for battery. I guess he like pushed somebody or some shit, and then he got arrested for that. That was what the story is right now.
He won $3 grand. Yeah, but there's no video.
That's some garbage ass media play that someone's trying.
They just wanted him out because he just like outed half the industry.
Well, why didn't Jay-Z get fucking arrested then? It's your boy Jay-Z.
It's your boy. Anyways, but yeah, no, I know she wins Grammys, and I know she's attractive in some.
And the NFL makes money because she's there.
Well, the NFL is the happiest. They're like the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. They're like that meme from The Boys. All right.
And they know for a goddamn fact, like again, like I'm kind of over it now. It's like whatever to show her, I'll just like move along. They know for a goddamn fact that your ass, anybody else's ass that's like, Taylor Swift's pushing me off, she's ruining football, is going to sit your candy ass down on that couch and watch the goddamn game anyway. So it doesn't matter to them. They know that. You're going to boycott the Super Bowl, bro?
I'm not really in this Super Bowl for much else than Usher at halftime.
Usher! And that's what I wanted to talk about next. How excited are you for Usher, dude?
I'm going to call you back. Every time I was in LA,
I was with my ex.
Every time you call, I told you, baby, I'm working.
Oh! And you know, you mean my note. Oh, it's my nigga, me my note. Hand in hand in the Beverly Center, like damn, not giving a damn who see me. What a jam, dude!
So good.
This might be my most excited halftime show in years. Truly years.
Dude, if he comes out to Let It Burn.
You know, it's hard for me to say this.
What are we betting? What are we betting on that he comes out to?
So that's what I'm going for right now.
Does he come out to Gotta Let It Burn?
I don't think he comes out to I think he leaves on
Leaves?
Because that's like really like the biggest...
Shawty got down to come get me.
Does FanDuel, and no sponsors here, but does FanDuel do halftime props?
I don't think they do.
Why would they not do that?
Because it's 2024.
But a lot of people do. How long is it going to be?
I'm in Flow Rider right now. I can't get that type of material on my hands because it's not legal in the state.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing at all.
Yeah, no, Flow Rider is not legal.
That is so funny.
If I was in the PHX, I could tell you, Cuzzy.
Well, I'm not sure because I can't find it on here because for some reason they.
Well, it doesn't matter. Just we don't need to know the odds. I'm just saying.
I think the first song he comes out in could be a few. I don't know if it's gonna be like. See, Love in This Club is too slow to start.
Here's a better speculation.
Baby, tonight, DJ's got us. Might be it.
Okay. Very, very, very well possible. So dance like it's the last night of your life. But do we have a potential speculation that Taylor Swift makes a guest appearance in the halftime show? No. What if she covers an Usher song? Just one, and they do a duet.
Usher respects himself too much. No shot. Taylor Swift singing R&B music is my fucking nightmare. If that were to happen, I'm literally not watching the rest of the Super Bowl. If she comes out and she's like, if she does Alicia Keys part on My Boo, I will fucking jump off the house that I'm in.
Oh, what a song.
Yeah.
What a song.
She's like, you will always be my boo. It's like, fuck you, Taylor. Fuck you. Come home.
Just losing your mind in the corner.
God, that would piss me off.
I get it.
I really
I
hope
get it.
not.
I'm with it. No, I completely just saying speculation.
It's not.
But,
It's not her night either. She knows it's Travis's night, dude. She knows it is his.
yeah, and they love each other a lot, and
They do.
supposedly, allegedly, they're gonna get married and have
No.
kids,
No,
and he's gonna be
that's
an
all.
action star,
That's all
get
he says, she says.
vaccinated.
Whatever.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. All right, let's talk about this game. So
Yeah,
right
shall we?
now, if we're looking at it, the over/under,
Yep.
okay, is 2.5. All right, the spread is 2.5.
Spread, yeah. Spread is.
Yeah, if we're looking at this, and then the over/under on this entire game. Hold on, let's look at that.
47.5, young man.
47.5. So,
Yep.
with that being said, Vince, do both teams score 3 touchdowns? This is the real question.
A lot of these odds.
3+ touchdowns.
The majority of Vegas, Vegas money is on Kansas City money line. I mean, they're gonna get the spread either way. So if you're whatever you're betting money line, take the spread too. Like 2.5 is such a nominal amount in this game. Like, what's it gonna be? I don't think, dude. I don't know. Like,
so it's basically 10-1 odds. Not 10-1 odds. It's 1-1 odds that. The Kansas City.
Field goal.
Okay? So if basically on the money line right now, if you bet $10, you'll win $10. If you bet KC, right. On the flip side of that, if you bet San Francisco, you'll win 5. If you bet 10, so
yeah.
With all that being said, I really do believe the props is where this game is at. It's the Super Bowl. I would look at George Kittle to score a touchdown this game.
Yep.
In particular, the KC Chiefs don't really defend well against the tight ends. And then not only that, I do feel as if you just might see a defensive touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'm honestly, dude, my first bet would be Kelsey first touchdown. Obviously, you're not putting $1 million
in the AFC Championship game.
Yes, and also, my friend, I don't think they're going to come out gunning right away. And I think a lot of them is going to be run and chug, because we know that works against 49ers. We know that Andy Reid likes to air it out, but you're going to air it out later in the game. That's how I feel. I think Travis Kelce's the immediate move on that, personally.
Well, is then Isaiah Pacheco to play?
Maybe, I mean, I wonder what his over-under is for yards, because that might be, and I feel like a lot of people are thinking this too. This is the issue with betting on the Super Bowl, and this is how it always goes, is that it goes up, down, over and out the whole goddamn time. And this Super Bowl, I feel, at least the spread and the money line, you're not making that much off of any of these bets. There's such a nominal amount either way. Where, again, 2.5, you're talking a field goal here, essentially, back or forth. 47.5 is probably accurate because both defenses are better than the offenses. Maybe not San Francisco, but definitely Kansas City's defense is the one that's kind of been taking them all the way to the championship outside of Mahomes, obviously. Yeah, the biggest thing that I would put down, I think Kelsey's going to score a touchdown. I think Kittle's probably going to score a touchdown. And I think we can bet on 2 rushing touchdowns from both ends. That would be my move. Outside of that, I'm afraid to bet on any quarterback props. I'm afraid of betting on any of these moneyline spread or over-under. I don't know. I feel so unprepared right now because I don't know.
So look at this injury report, and this is today. So this is going to be Wednesday evening, Thursday morning when you hear this.
Yeah, McCaffrey and Devo are not playing. Just kidding.
No. We have George Kittle limited participation in practice with turf toe.
Stupid.
Oren Burks shoulder. Avery Thomas ankle. Eric Armstead knee. Something to pay attention to on the defensive front.
Sure.
And then Trent
Armstead
Williams
is the only scary part.
Active DNR, so did not participate. If we look at the KC side of the ball, we have Jerick McKinnon, limited participation with a groin injury. Isaiah Pacheco was a full participation with a toe. Sky Moore, knee. Everybody thought he was going to have so much bigger of a year.
Yeah.
And then Rashee Rice with an ankle.
That's why he didn't have a big... All of those guys are playing. The thing is like, there's no, like, they're going to play 100% no matter what going into this. Like,
Well,
Turf toe.
something as a prop bet, if I'm a bettor, if we're talking bets right now, Clyde Edwards-Helaire for a touchdown this game might be a play.
I mean, the value on that is insane. You throw a 5.
It's got to be like plus
insane.
700.
Yeah.
It's got to be 7-1 odds.
Maybe not likely, but maybe out of the backfield on a nice little dump pass, especially if he's injured. Like maybe they'll utilize him.
Well, look at Jahmyr Gibbs and what he did to the 49ers defense.
As a starting running back, though, I feel like that's Pacheco all day. That's what I'm saying. They're going to run the ball. The Chiefs are going to run the fuck out of the ball.
I'm saying it's a balance. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage, so don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But with all of that being said, okay, I mean, is it going to be a pass-heavy game? I think defense is going to ring on because I think both teams play wonderful defense.
Right.
And,
both teams have good running games.
It's going to be interesting to see what team gets the call for the reffing. Joey Bosa came out, and when they asked about the KC offensive line, which I love this kid, he's just like, what do you notice about them? He said, they hold a lot.
Everyone does, though.
But they hold more than most.
They do. I mean, they hold a lot, and obviously this is.
Does Mike have to go back? Does Mike have to go back on his rant about the AFC Championship game in 2022?
Oh, on that one example that you have? It's very crazy.
It's a blatant example.
I know. I'm just saying you can't die on this hill every single time they play a game. It's not going to happen every time.
I can die on the hill, Vince.
All right. I don't know if I agree with you. This is where I'm at.
Because I saw it live, watching the game, and then I saw it again in double HD with the fucking QB documentary. Okay?
Yep. And shit happens. I don't know. I can see it going either way. I think my biggest thing about all of this is I would feel a lot more comfortable betting on the Kansas City Chiefs because if I bet on Patrick Mahomes and he loses, that's fine. If I don't bet on Patrick Mahomes and he wins again, then I'm a fucking idiot. That's how I feel about it. Like, bet on the better quarterback at the end of the day because it's Patrick Mahomes, man.
I have a feeling. So let's get into it if we're going to talk about it. So we went over the spread, 2.5.
Yeah.
Money right now is definitely on San Francisco. It could definitely change between now and then. It's about
the most money.
odds.
The most money's on Kansas City actually right now, but San Francisco's still favored.
But if we're looking at the line overall, what the sports betting websites say,
technically,
81%
on Kansas City right now. 81% on Kansas City.
So the line could definitely change, and I know a lot of people are thinking this is a team of destiny. But do we have any idea how hard it is to win 2 in a row?
That's amazing that you said that because the last team to go to 4 Super Bowls in 5 years is the Buffalo Bills. The last team to repeat a Super Bowl hasn't been in this century, unless I'm mistaken. Did the Patriots win 2 in a row in 04 and 05?
I swear to God, the Pats won 2 in a row.
They might have won that. Besides that, we haven't seen it.
Well, Vince, I mean, it happened.
04 and 05?
Let's see.
03 and 04?
Patriots.
They got 2001, and then 2002 was the Tampa Bay Bucks. 2003 was the Patriots. 2004 was the Patriots. So we're talking 20 years at the least.
Yeah. I mean, to me,
that's 20 years, Mike.
I think it's not in your odds to win back-to-back. It's so difficult to win one, yet alone back-to-back.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's a quarterback.
Yeah. And, okay. And
don't hit on Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is a God-fearing, good-looking kid. Looks like the reincarnation of John Harbaugh. Looks like a young John Harbaugh.
Or like that random high schooler that keeps going viral on Instagram. I don't know, have you seen that?
There's girl that looks exactly
this random
like him?
Girl that's just like, and she looks just like Brock Purdy, and then all of the edits are just like, who are you? It's like, I'm blah, 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 and then it's just like, what does a goat sound like? And then it's just Brock Purdy coming out of the tunnel, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, Brock!
That team is really behind him. We could also talk about the fact that Kyle Shanahan at his press day was drunk.
Was he?
He was fucked up. Yeah. Go. I encourage everyone. That could have been a strange and unusual. I encourage everyone to go look at Kyle Shanahan intoxicated during his pro day, or not pro day, but press day for the Super
I thought
Bowl.
he was just a guy that speaks slowly. That was honestly where I landed on it.
He was fucked up.
Really?
Sorry for the camera adjustment, but truly,
Yeah.
that guy was fucked up. I look at it like one of these situations where, let's get into it. Okay, so Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
And we have the 49ers.
So
49ers are the home team. Everyone's seemingly healthy.
Yep. And I wanted to say this when we brought it up initially. Opening night, they did interviews with all the stars of the teams. They had Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones on one side. They had Kittle. They had Purdy on the other side. Every time the Chiefs talked, it was enormous boos. It was more boos than cheers for the 49ers. Then the Chiefs are going to be going into a hostile environment, for sure. There's no doubt about that. Is that good or bad? I don't know. But
well, I feel like this game is so overhyped.
What, the Super Bowl?
The cheapest ticket to this game is $12,000.
It's in Vegas. That's why.
I get it, but
Yeah.
this game isn't about Chad Ochocinco had on a podcast with Shannon Sharp.
Yep.
This game is not for the average working American to go to attend. This is for the rich to attend.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Vince. If I looked at you today and said, "Hey, you want to go to the Super Bowl?"
Can't afford it.
I couldn't afford it either.
Yeah.
I like to say we do pretty well for ourselves. I'm just saying. But, I mean, Christian McCaffrey couldn't get his family a luxury box because it was too expensive. The going rate for a luxury box at this game was $2.5 million.
Yeah. I mean, the Super Bowl's obscene, man. Most people go to the Super Bowl, especially media, go to the Super Bowl for everything before the Super Bowl, and then they leave before the goddamn game starts. That's how insane it is. Like, you have massive shows that are like, I'm not going to the game. That's so expensive. It's stupid. I'm just going to go before. I'm going to get all of that, and then I'm going to go home and sit on a fucking comfy couch and watch this shit instead of sitting there.
I don't, like, professional football live is a great time, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but it's not baseball.
No, baseball is the best sport to probably watch live ever.
Basketball's fun as shit too.
Yeah, but truly, it's very difficult to justify. To your point, I could watch it on my couch, see the whole game better than most. So, with all that being said, Chiefs 49ers. This is a game that we've been waiting for. And
it's basically a pick 'em. Basically,
I have my thoughts. Why don't you start the show?
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes until Patrick Mahomes gives me a reason to bet against him. And the only reason to bet against him so far is Tom fucking Brady. And besides that, there's no other argument.
This will be Kyle Shanahan's third Super Bowl.
Yep.
He lost in dramatic fashion with the Falcons.
As an OC.
Lost. I mean, just gave that game away.
As an OC.
And then lost in a very close game against the Chiefs.
With Garoppolo.
He doesn't lose twice. Give me the 49ers.
Okay.
Give me the 49ers on the under, 47.5.
I kind of want the 49ers to win. But there's no reason for me to bet against Mahomes until...
I feel like everybody thinks it's going to be a high-flying scoring game. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I think these are two very good defenses in the NFL. There's a reason they're in this game. And I think scoring is going to be at a minimum.
21-17.
I think the guy who manages the game... I think the guy who manages the game better than the next wins.
Yeah. Are you saying coach or player? Because...
Both.
Patrick Mahomes is pretty good at managing games.
So is Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to compare those hand to hand, though.
Okay, if Brock Purdy wins, is he in the conversation for best up?
Next up, best up?
Yeah. Pick one?
Yeah, for sure. How many quarterbacks in the NFL have won a Super Bowl?
Not many.
I can't think of literally one besides Tom Brady or besides Patrick Mahomes. Russell Wilson? Long time ago?
No. Long time ago. Tom,
Not in there anymore.
we're missing one. There's somewhere.
Burrow went to one.
Burrow went to one. Matt Stafford.
Stafford won one. There you go.
Tom was always in the dance.
Rodgers. Duh.
Rodgers, I mean, that was 12
But that was
years
a long
ago.
time ago, too. It's like, there's no quarterbacks in the league that have won one besides, like, a couple guys.
Tom Brady
really
is
crazy.
still the ringleader there. Isn't that insane?
He's the GOAT until he's not, man. But if Mahomes wins this, he's on pace. So
Patrick Mahomes now will be in his third Super Bowl or fourth Super Bowl.
Fourth in 5 years, just like the Buffalo Bills.
Before 29.
Yep.
Or before 30.
Before 29. He's 28 right now, man. He's my age.
It's just insane, man.
It's crazy.
You just got to have huge testicles to get this game. Okay. So, is there a streaker?
No.
How
It's
long is the
Vegas
national
security.
Anthem?
Vegas security.
How long is the national anthem?
Who's doing it? Reba?
Is it Reba?
I don't know. For some reason, that.
Man, can we just talk about this? And I know it's the end of the podcast. Toby Keith died.
Yeah, he did. That was pretty sad.
And the only thing I'll say to that is I should have been a cowboy. That's all I got. R.I.P. to that king. But Reba, I wonder what the over-under is. Are we going over, under a minute?
Under. She's all business, man. She's not doing the long held out runs, Mariah Carey type shit. Reba McEntire gets up there and sings the fuck out of a song and then leaves. I think it's under a minute. I wish I could look at the odds, but for some reason FanDuel's not giving it to me. So
first half, over under 20 points total.
Under.
Okay. Defensive touchdown on either side of the ball.
Over under a
Yes,
half.
no.
I'm going under. No.
All right.
Because they don't throw interceptions, either of them, really much.
No, they don't. I mean, Brock threw one last week.
Yeah,
he did.
But
or the week prior, he did.
Comparatively for secondaries.
Okay. Well, coin toss, heads or tails?
I always go heads because everybody goes tails.
Okay.
And I was right.
I
was right on the Bengals Chiefs here.
Gatorade color.
This one's cause the thing is people are smart now, so it's probably gonna be purple.
I'm gonna go yellow.
Okay.
Although, to your point, the purple is a semi-color of the game, or maybe it's red.
I don't think it's gonna be red though, because red is like easy because it's the team colors.
Okay. Who's the MVP?
Patrick Mahomes.
Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
All right. The bet's in.
That.
Bets are in, people. You heard
What's
it here first. The Super Bowl Spectacular is coming to a close.
Be safe, have fun.
Yes. I was about to say, whatever you choose to do this weekend, please be mindful that this is a police-driven weekend, and you should not drink or drive anywhere you go.
It's also a lot of
safe.
death because of drunk driving weekend too. So just don't.
Yes. So wherever you're gonna go, if you have the option to stay, please do. It's probably best in your
because we love you. Wow.
In your drunken stupor to just stay home. We all agree that this should be a national holiday. I would much rather have this day off than, no offense, MLK Day or any other day, really.
Yeah.
I don't need Labor Day. Give me the Super Bowl. Can we trade?
I'm down to work on Labor Day if the day after the Super Bowl is real, no Labor Day.
Off. I mean, truly. Like, can we just flip-flop Labor Day or MLK? Like, give me any other day.
Yep.
I'll take a day. I'll flip-flop that holiday that you usually get a Monday off. But whatever you're doing, once again, be safe. Bet wisely. Do not be a stroke. Just take your time. Don't overbet. Enjoy yourselves. Whatever you're drinking, drink responsibly. Whatever you're smoking, take your time. Eat good food. Have a good time with your friends. Enjoy yourselves. One thing we would like to remind you of, next week will be a very special episode for this podcast. Ford is our first major guest, former professional ball player. We're very excited about it. And subscribe. Let your friends know about the pod, man. I mean, we've been doing this now for almost 4 years. We love you guys. We're so appreciative that you give us a platform to do this. I mean, it's two friends just kind of living out our dreams. What we do. So
shit.
Yeah. So hit that bell, subscribe, let it remind you when we post. And as always, please remind your friends. Remind your siblings. They're good people. This is the year of the brother. This is the year of the sister. Year of the sibling. And then as always, we'll see you next week. Home game.